Do you have trouble sleeping when you're backpacking? If that sounds like you, I promise you're not alone, and I also promise that the reason why you're having trouble sleeping while you're backpacking is likely going to be covered in this video. So hit that subscribe button, help me get this channel to 300,000 subscribers. Let's talk about sleep. The first reason why you can't sleep for crap when you're backpacking is because you're freaked out.
Let me tell you about the stick bugs today. They are everywhere. They're gonna crawl in my mouth.
Let's face it, sometimes it can be a little bit freaky to fall asleep in the middle of the woods, especially when you're by yourself. I still, even to this day, after hiking thousands and thousands of miles, I still get kind of freaked out when I sleep in the backcountry. And because this is something that I've been dealing with for a long time, I've come up with a number of solutions. One of the best ways to mitigate the sketchiness of sleeping outside is to simply go with someone else. Or even if it's a total stranger. Like, I find that I sleep much better in a campsite where there's a stranger that's like 40 feet away from me that I haven't even interacted with at all than I do by myself. You can also listen to music while you're falling asleep, or listen to a podcast, just something to kind of block out the random sounds that you hear in the forest.
I also have a special neighbor.
What is up with that, by the way? Like, whenever I'm camping in the woods, I'll be like cooking dinner, everything is quiet, everything is pristine, and then as soon as I lay my head down, all of a sudden there's like shit running through the woods, there's things crashing. It's just weird random forest sounds. Nobody likes it, and listening to something in your headphones is a way to kind of drown that out while you fall asleep. You can be extra sure that your food is stored correctly, especially if you're concerned about like bears coming into your campsite. So practice your bear hangs or carry a bear canister. Just knowing that your food is protected could give you a little bit of peace of mind and help you sleep better. Another thing you can do is sleep by a river. It's just peaceful, it's relaxing. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna be right by a nice water source, so you can fill your bottle up and you can put some Drink Element in it to make sure that you stay hydrated. Drink Element is the sponsor of this video. If you don't know what Element is, well, look at this right here then. It is the #1 electrolyte drink mix in the game. Drink Element tastes way better than any other electrolyte drink mix I've ever had. Citrus salt, watermelon salt, grapefruit salt, mango, chili, lemon, habanero, chocolate salt. By the way, I put some chocolate salt in a protein shake the other day and it was really good. No one else is doing it like Drink Element, and plus their drink mix isn't full of a bunch of sugar and nonsense. I love it, and I think you're gonna love it too. And by the way, what you should do is go to drinkelement.com/KyleHatesHiking. That's drinklmnt.com/KyleHatesHiking, or click that link at the top of the description. Go through that link, place an order, and when you do that, you're gonna get a sample pack, this one right here, of 8 different flavors thrown in with your order for no additional cost. It's a great way to try all the cool flavors I talked about in this video. So one more time, drinklmnt.com/KyleHatesHiking. Thank you so much to everyone who goes to check them out through that link. You're supporting the channel by doing that. And thank you so much to Drink Element. The next reason why you can't sleep for crap when you're backpacking is because you're not that tired. Now, for some of you, this definitely might not be the case, but I know there's also a lot of you out there who will lay your head down inside your tent at the end of the day, expecting to just fall right asleep, but you're just not that tired. You're laying there, you can't fall asleep. And I wish I had a really easy solution for this, but the truth is,
I love camping.
I don't. I guess you could take some sleeping pills or some CBD. Don't do that. Honestly, the only solution I found for myself is to just hike further. You don't want to overdo it and hurt yourself or have to get rescued or die. We don't want you to die. But if you are having a lot of sleep problems, you really do kind of have to just find that balance between not exhausting yourself too much, but also hiking far enough and hard enough that you're pretty tired at the end of the day. That one's not that useful, but this next one is much more useful. This next reason why you can't sleep when you're backpacking is because you're cold.
It's so damp.
Did you stay warm last night?
No.
How are you gonna wake up feeling rested when you're shivering
Luke did the math.
all night?
21 degrees tonight.
It's not gonna happen.
It's gonna drop 30 more degrees from how cold it is right now.
So here's a few tips to sleep warmer. Number one, for whatever reason, I've really noticed this on cold nights, sleep on your side. Maybe it's just having less body in contact with the ground. I don't know. I've just noticed that I sleep a lot warmer on my side, especially if you can kind of like curl up into a ball. I know it's not possible for everybody. I know some people prefer to sleep on their backs or on their stomachs or on their heads, I don't know. Another important tip is to not overestimate the ability of your sleeping system. If the temperature is gonna be 30 degrees outside and you have a 30-degree sleeping bag, you might think that's perfect. What could go wrong? But the truth is, you're probably gonna be fucking cold.
It was just as cold as we thought it was gonna be last night.
You gotta have some extra insulation with you if that's the case, or you gotta bring a sleeping bag that's rated to a colder temperature. So I have another video with 8 more tips to sleep warm while you're backpacking, so I will link that. I can never remember which side the videos link on. Just whichever one, it's there, click on it if you want some more tips to sleep warm. The next reason why you can't sleep for crap when you're backpacking is because you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff right there. And for some of you, you're gonna be like, Kyle, no shit. Mosquito. You're sleeping outside. You're not supposed to be comfortable.
Tell your friends, bitch.
And to that I'll say, you are wrong, my friend. You can be hella comfortable when you're backpacking. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making at camp that causes them to not be comfortable is they don't choose a flat spot for their tent. Now, I'm not saying that people are going and like seeing a slope like this and being like, oh yeah, that's a good spot. Like they see a spot that looks kind of flat and they're just like, ah, it's probably fine. But then when they actually lay down for the night, they realize, oh no, it's actually not. Even a slight little incline or decline or side climb can really affect your quality of sleep and affect your comfort.
This is home for the night. This might be the worst campsite in the whole trail. No, I gotta keep picking up sticks.
So be absolutely sure that the spot you pick for your tent is as flat as possible. Look at it from different angles before you set your tent up if you know it's really gonna help you be more comfortable when you're sleeping. And that might sound like blasphemy on this channel. I am a student of ultralight after all, but sleep is so important. At the end of the day, getting good, consistent sleep while you're backpacking is gonna help you hike further and be healthier and be stronger. So I'm not saying bring like a 10-person tent. If you gotta bring an extra layer for warmth, or you wanna bring a pillow that's 2 ounces heavier than your other one because you know that it's gonna help you sleep better, then don't feel bad about doing that. Just don't bring a camp chair unless you sleep sitting up. So maybe you could bring it then. Yeah, none of that is very useful. Another thing in terms of comfort, maybe don't be afraid to try a hammock. I know Luke, who's gonna edit this, is gonna love this point. There's a good chance that you might be a lot more comfortable sleeping in a hammock than you would a tent. When you think of backpacking or camping, you think you need a tent, right? People don't necessarily gravitate right towards the hammock, but a hammock is definitely worth checking out, especially if you are a back sleeper. I kind of fluctuate between my back and my side when I sleep, and I've found that I can sleep great on my side in a hammock. If you're like primarily a stomach sleeper and you cannot sleep on your back or in any other configuration, it might be tough, although maybe there's some people out there that still do it. Leave a comment if you're like a hardcore stomach sleeper and you still can use a hammock fine. I don't know, if you're having trouble sleeping comfortably while you're backpacking, definitely give a hammock a try. And the next reason why you can't sleep for crap while you're backpacking is because sleeping outside is fucking weird.
What the fuck? Where am I right now?
It's not normal for humans to sleep outside. In today's society, stop typing. I know there's a guy that's gonna be like, well, before technology and houses. Like, yes, I know back during the caveman days, they were sleeping outside. Well, actually, I guess they were sleeping in caves. In our society, yeah, it's not normal to sleep outside. And sometimes all the tips and the hacks and the tricks in the world aren't gonna be enough. And the reason why I wanted to include this in the video is because I wanna give you permission to not get the best sleep outside. Sometimes you might look around, you just see a lot of other hikers and you see them getting good sleep, or at the very least, you don't hear them complaining about it. But the truth is, pretty much anyone who backpacks on the regular is gonna struggle with their sleep at some point. And so it's okay. It's okay that you didn't sleep great last night. It's okay that you didn't sleep great on any of the nights on your last weekend trip. Don't stress about it. Stress is gonna make you get shitty sleep. We don't want that. Try some of these tips. Try tips that you find in other videos. Stick with it. Don't let it discourage you. And I promise, after enough trial and error, you'll figure out that exact sleep system, the gear, and the exact right conditions. and environment that you need in order to get good sleep while you're backpacking. You will figure it out, and you will also subscribe to the channel. A little subliminal messaging there. No, you don't have to, but you should. Please help me get to 300,000. I appreciate all of you so much for watching these videos. Happy trails. I will see you again in a few days. Maybe not.